we're reading a story off the internet, but it should look the same. Cinderstella. Once upon a time, there lived a little girl named Cinderstella. She had two stepsisters who made her work every day. But every night, Cinderstella climbed to her treehouse to be close to the stars. One day, a royal invitation arrived. "We're invited to a fancy ball!" shrieked one stepsister. "The prince will be there!" squealed the other. "Princes and parties are fine," said Cinderstella, "but I have other plans." "Make us dresses," the stepsisters insisted. So that day, Cinderstella bought boxes of fabric and plenty of patterns. But at night, she gazed at patterns filled with possibilities far, far away. "Work faster," the stepsisters insisted. The next day, so Cinderstella cut, pinned, and sewed till her fingers were sore. But that night, she turned scraps into maps of places and planets more magnificent than she could imagine. "Style our hair," the stepsisters insisted the day after that. So Cinderstella worked and weaved and piled hair high. But that night, she reached even higher, decorating with dreams she knew she would follow. "Shine our jewelry," the stepsisters insisted the day of the ball. So Cinderstella polished pearls and made sapphires sparkle. "Don't you just love rings and twinkling things?" asked the stepsisters. "I certainly do," said Cinderstella, and that night she marveled at millions of rings and twinkling things. But one lone star shone brighter than the rest. Cinderstella made a wish she was working to make real. Ba-ling! "Cinder, honey, have no fear. Your fairy godmother is finally here. You want to meet the prince tonight? So here's a gown that fits just right." "But I don't want a ball gown," said Cinderstella. "Glass slippers, then, for your feet, and the handsome prince you soon shall meet." "But I don't want glass slippers." "A golden carriage will take you there. You and the prince shall be a pair." "But I don't want a carriage." "Listen, honey, you need to meet the prince so you can live happily ever after," insisted the fairy godmother. "Why isn't anyone listening?" said Cinderstella. "Princes are fine, but I have other plans." "Ah," said the fairy godmother, gazing at the ribbons and stars. "Now I see your dreams, and one of them is stuck in my hair." She waved her wand. "A future princess you are not. Your heart has chosen astronaut." Ba-ling! "Finally, my own happily ever after. You earned it, Cinder, with all your stars and studying." "Cinderstella!" the stepsisters screeched. "What on earth are you doing?" "I'm going somewhere too." "Really?" they asked. "There won't be princes, but there will be a lot of rings and twinkling things. You can come if you wish." The stepsisters weren't certain, but they were curious. "Let me guess," said the fairy godmother. "Parties and princes are fine, but you might have other plans too?" Ba-ling! So Cinderstella showed her stepsisters a universe of possibilities. And they all discovered their own happily ever afters. Once upon a time, sky is the limit for the science sisters. Prince finds true love in computer class. The end.
Bye.